Is this instrument good for a beginner? Now, funny enough, I teach a little bit, private tuition, 1-to-1. Now, Harrison, I think he's had 8 lessons. I do an hour and a half a fortnight, which I think is good because it's like having a double lesson when you're at school. You learn more in that hour and a half than you would do in 3/4 an hour. Thinking that goes, an hour and a half goes so quick. So he came for a lesson last night, and I gave him a go at the instruments, and I basically just said, how would you find it? And he said, well, basically, he's 12 years old, so he's only been playing a couple of months. He's 12 years old, but he said straight away he found it easier to play the shapes, and he found it easier with this hand. So I understand when people say you should learn on a standard guitar before you go onto anything like this. But I will say, when I started, and I'm sure it's the same for a lot of people, I mean, I started nearly 52 years ago now, and I've never stopped. But I remember the pain I went through playing, and the frustration of wanting to play the shapes, but then with all the pain and everything. This instrument is a lot easier to play. It is a lot easier to play. I know that you're combating having a standard guitar and obviously electric, and if you want to do speed metal or whatever, you're not going to be really doing that on this instrument. This is a great instrument for a finger picker or somebody who approaches the guitar with an experimental or using big shapes, which I do a lot actually in my arrangements. That only leads me to say, as a performing instrument, is it possible to use this guitar as a performing instrument? Well, I'd say yes, because I've already used it. I can't play everything on this that I can with a standard guitar, but some things I can, and they sound pretty good to me. I'm just looking to see what else we've got here to cover. I think I've covered everything as far as the setup. There's only the suggestions. I've had a few suggestions. I know a mandolin player who said, do they do a mandolin version? Now, that'd be a good idea. That would be a good idea. Do they do a bass version? Well, now that'd be quite interesting. Changing the voice now. See, with the bass, now you've got it. That's a good bass sound. But as with the whole instrument, and there was something I forgot, and now I can bring it back into this. With the app, you can allow hammer-ons and pull-offs, which is great. So that's going to incorporate a slide as well, isn't it? Which is great. Now you can do a pull-off. Obviously they were hammer-ons. Now you can do that anywhere. Your pull-offs, you can do everywhere, except the only issue here is with the open strings. Now obviously the open strings, using the mute, the open strings are triggered electronically. So when you go to do a pull-off for the first fret, to the open. Now you don't achieve it. You'd have to do it there. See what I mean? Okay, maybe there'll be to combat that in the future. I don't know how they go around it, but so with suggestions we have a mandolin version. Wow, that'd be good. Full bass version. Now you can see the problems with the bass. Not a bad bass sound at all, actually. You just have to change your technique that you would do if you was playing the standard instrument. Now, I'm also thinking about suggestions. Natural wood body. Now that would be nice, wouldn't it? Now, I don't know whether that would cause problems with the actual connection of the body and the detachable neck, or whether you'd have to, because this is plastic basically. It's not cheap plastic. As you can see, it's a good looking instrument. It's a good weight as well. It feels okay. The switches here. Now on the top here, you've got this one controls the volume. What you do with this one is, obviously we're on at the moment. See the green light? Can you see the green light? Okay. So you hold it down for 2. Hey presto, we're off. Sorry, we're off. I'm back again. So press down for 2. Now, when you're on the Bluetooth, you'll get a little voice saying, audio connected, which is pretty good. Now, you can change, you've got some different drum loops as well in the system. Let's change back to... remembering where everything is. Take that down. You remember which way is down and which way is up. Okay, that's it. Now we're going down. Okay. The drum patterns. With this, I've got a drum pattern set up now because I just want to demo something for you. Right, so it's just a quick. Now it's just a 6/8 beat. Sounds quite nice. It's a good volume. Few mistakes there. Very sensitive instruments. I'm sure in time I'll get used to it. I'll go through a few more sounds with you. I hope you've enjoyed what I've shown you so far. I think it's a great instrument myself. Really enjoying it. Let's try another one. We've got, what did I play earlier? I think this is a great piano sound. Quick, looking at that banjo, great for especially if you've got the going onto the capo plus hope you've enjoyed the demonstration. You can check out my channel, Andy D. Martin. I'll probably be doing some full arrangements using this instrument in the future. Check out my channel. I hope you've enjoyed and hope to see you soon. Thanks. Bye for now.